This child, named Jack, on Christmas Day, was a mischievous boy who stole the keys to the gift room, took his cousins, and offered them Santa Claus's Christmas presents in exchange for sweets. However, they did not believe that these gifts were real. He told them that he knew how to get anything he wanted. His uncle came and asked him why he lied to them, and he replied, "So they don't lose faith in Santa Claus, because it's impossible for one person to visit every house at the same time to deliver gifts, especially with flying reindeer." His uncle answered, "I don't know how, but what I am certain of is that on Christmas morning, when you wake up, you will find that Santa Claus has brought you your gift. You must believe this so that you are not included in the list of naughty children who do not receive gifts." Nevertheless, Jack paid no attention to his words and continued on his way. 30 years later, we see Jack as a highly skilled con artist, tasked with hacking a company linked to satellites. During the mission, he opens pictures of a girl he had been surveilling for a while to confirm her identity, then creates an electrical short using the tools he has, causing a fire in the building. He seizes the security card while the guards fail to stop him due to the blaze. Jack enters the company and uses the card to access a secret area, planting a flash drive to hack the company's main server before leaving. The mission succeeds effortlessly. Meanwhile, the real Santa Claus appears in a shopping mall, spreading joy for the Christmas season, accompanied by his personal guard, Calm, a top-level security expert. People believe he is just an ordinary man dressed as Santa Claus, yet they happily take pictures with him and share in the festive cheer. After finishing their tour of the mall, Santa and Calm get into a car with several guards, heading to a secret military base to collect the Christmas vehicle, which contains the reindeer. The reindeer are treated with great care and fed. Santa and Calm board the vehicle to head to the place where the gifts are prepared, escorted by military aircraft for protection. As the vehicle takes off, it becomes clear that the reindeer are magical, flying at incredible speeds that surpass those of the military jets. The satellite notices this unusual speed, and the signal is simultaneously picked up by Jack, who had hacked the satellites. He sends it to the secret organization that tasked him with the mission and receives the agreed payment. Santa and Calm arrive at the North Pole and open a hidden gate to enter an advanced magical city. They proceed to the designated area for placing the gifts, where they encounter numerous alien creatures assisting them. They work swiftly as there is only one day left until Christmas. Santa trains by lifting heavy weights to prepare for Christmas, while Calm meets with Garcia, a strong bear capable of speaking human language, responsible for the security of the magical city. During the training, Calm submits his resignation, announcing that this will be their last Christmas together, which upsets Santa because he has grown accustomed to him and wishes to keep him, especially since their work is dedicated to bringing joy to children, a matter that should make him proud. Calm explains that he loves his job, but the higher-ups on the naughty list have multiplied, and they need someone to stop them. He feels this is his duty and cannot ignore his decision. Meanwhile, the secret organization that received Jack's satellite signal tracks the location of the magical city. Their leader, Riella, a witch, guides them to the source of the signal. Calm discovers a specific area they cannot pass, so he takes an advanced weapon to break through the barrier and proceed. Calm walks through the city until the alien creatures finish transferring the gifts to the vehicle, but he notices that the light in Santa's room has gone out. He contacts his team to find out what is happening, but receives no response. Attempting to reach all security personnel to locate Santa, they come up empty-handed. He realizes that the secret organization has kidnapped him. Calm begins to hack the city, leaping from building to building in pursuit, and informs the city security of the gang's location. Vehicles are dispatched to chase them, but the gang skillfully evades capture. Calm jumps from one building to another via a specially designed path to reach them faster. Ultimately, he succeeds, though he must jump to avoid crashing into a wall. Callum throws a toy shaped like a bicycle and transforms it into a real bike using a device in his hand. He then races after the gang as they exit the city, discovering that they had created a breach to enter it. During the chase, a massive avalanche occurs, and the gang's vehicle is struck. Callum jumps, turning the bike back into a toy, and lands on the gang's vehicle, but finds no one inside. He then notices a plane escaping from the area, indicating that the gang has successfully kidnapped Santa Claus and fled. Callum heads to the city's security team and learns they are in contact with Zoe, who is stationed at a highly secure military facility. She informs them that only 24 hours remain before the gift distribution and that Santa Claus is not with them. Zoe explains that she has received intel regarding a satellite breach, which allowed them to pinpoint the location of the magical city. Callum inquires about the identity of the hacker, and Zoe communicates with extraterrestrial beings, discovering that the culprit is a renowned figure named Jack, a highly skilled hacker working for whoever pays the most. Their goal is to locate him, as he is the one who will lead them to the gang. Jack, living a chaotic life and drinking heavily, receives a call from his estranged wife, who asks him to pick up their son from school because she will be late for work. Jack goes to collect his son, distracted and indifferent toward his life and his relationship with his child. His wife requests that he spend Christmas Eve with them, but he declines, citing work obligations. Upon returning home, Jack senses someone watching him and notices a shadow beneath the door. Realizing that intruders are waiting for him, they enter the apartment in his place, wielding radiation weapons capable of fully immobilizing the body. Jack tries to make them attack each other with the radiation weapons, immobilizing many of them. Displaying an extraordinarily high level of combat skill, he defeats them all without knowing their identities or the exact nature of their weaponry. He escapes the apartment and hides in a building, but as he opens a door, Zoe strikes him with a radiation weapon, fastening him to a chair. After regaining consciousness from a device strike, Zoe explains that they know what he has done and reveals that their objective was to hack the satellites. Jack explains that he simply carried out what was requested without knowing the details, prompting Zoe to smile. He is placed in a crate to be transported to the magical city of Mora in the North Pole, where mythical beings safeguard the city. At first, Jack mocks them, not believing in the mythical creatures, but he is shocked when he sees legendary beings and extraterrestrial creatures before him. He is taken to an interrogation room, where the flash drive he used to hack the satellites is displayed, and he is accused of assisting a secret organization in kidnapping Santa Claus. Callum interrupts the discussion, on the verge of striking him, but Zoe explains that Jack is unaware of the full scope of his actions. Jack reveals that the person who requested the hack is in a city in Europe. Callum wants to go alone, but Zoe insists that Jack accompanies him in case he is needed. Initially, Callum is skeptical because Jack is ranked at level 4 in the naughty list, but Jack mocks his caution. To ensure Jack collaborates, Zoe attaches a tracking device to his leg that cannot be removed. Jack reluctantly agrees to accompany them to the city in Europe. Meanwhile, at Santa Claus's kidnapping location, Rayla, the gang leader, appears and declares that the world has become corrupt because the naughty list has grown and no one fears consequences. She intends to punish all the naughty ones and change the world for the better in a single night, specifically targeting Christmas Eve. She kidnaps Santa Claus to seize the naughty list from his mind and succeeds. Using one of her henchmen, she creates a device in the form of a crystal to clone multiple versions, harnessing Santa Claus's power. She begins using the crystal on a random person from the naughty list named Aroni. Callum and Jack prepare to go to the European city, heading to a specific toy store. Jack is surprised to find a locked door inside. When opened, they are transported to another location. Callum explains that it is a portal for traveling from the city of Mora in the North Pole to the real world. He takes a toy car from the store, places it on the ground, and transforms it into a real vehicle using the device in his hand. Jack remained utterly astonished, but Com did not answer his questions. Instead, he instructed him to get on, and they set off toward the city. Along the way, Jack mockingly asked Com if he was working as Santa Claus's personal guard, remarking that he would only be on duty one day a year, Christmas Day. Com explained that they train all year for this single day, distributing gifts to billions of people simultaneously, while ensuring that no one ever sees them placing the presents. He added that they could make things easier by splitting into groups in different locations to distribute the gifts faster, but this was impossible. Santa Claus alone knows when people wake and sleep, and only he can leave gifts without being seen, thanks to his supernatural powers. Upon reaching the city, Jack confronted the man who had hired him for the hack, a man named Ted, who was surrounded by numerous guards sent by the witch. Com insisted on moving forward. All the guards drew their weapons, and one attempted to subdue Jack, but when he struck his leg, Jack grew in size, astonishing the guards. Repeating the movement increased his size further, and he used this ability throughout the fight, defeating them with ease. Afterward, Com asked who had given the North Pole coordinates, but the man refused to speak the name. He began writing it on the ground. When Jack pronounced the name, Rella, she heard it. Her form transformed, and the weather in the city shifted dramatically. She materialized within Ted's body to communicate with Com. Com realized that Rella was the Christmas witch, and it seemed they had known each other for some time. He inquired about Santa Claus's whereabouts, and she told him that he was with her, sleeping peacefully. She wore special glasses to allow the North Pole security team to eavesdrop on the conversation. Rella explained that she intended to punish everyone on the naughty list for any wrongdoing, whether murder, lying, or cheating, and that the punishment would occur within a few hours. Com objected, saying this was not Santa Claus's usual way and that he would not allow it. Rella ignored him and ended the conversation. At that moment, a bus emerged from the sea, accompanied by 3 ice monsters who attacked them with weapons. By mistake, one of the monsters was caught by someone else. Jack and Com fought back, using their powers to shrink and enlarge their size, strike tables, and split their bodies. During the fight, Com discovered that lifting Jack's nose caused the monsters' bodies to melt, allowing them to be defeated easily. Rella attempted to test the power of the crystal on Jack. It became clear that he was an unstable individual, which explained why he was on the naughty list. When Jack opened a car, he found a gift inside, followed by the crystal. As soon as he touched it, its color changed. One of the witch's minions, capable of shape-shifting, tried to swallow the crystal, which was supposed to imprison it in the witch's vault. Rella shouted at him to fix the error. Zoe, Com, and Jack monitored through security cameras the day the witch entered the city of Mora in the North Pole. Jack was surprised at her small size. She explained that she was 900 years old and could transform into any shape she wished. She had 13 children who could shapeshift like her, and they carried out her commands. Their goal was to locate the witch to rescue Santa Claus. Using the location device, they tracked the sites where magic had occurred in previous days. 8 days earlier, a magical aura appeared in Germany, which astonished them, as it was Santa's brother's location. Com and Jack decided to head to Santa's brother's place, hoping to find both the witch and Santa. Along the way, Jack's estranged wife called to scold him for neglecting their son and asked him to attend a concert with her. He refused, citing work obligations. Using the real-size toy car, Jack traveled with Com to Santa's brother's location. Upon arrival, they inquired about Santa's brother and were told it was Krampus, who had originally worked with Santa. While Santa delivered gifts to children, Krampus monitored their behavior throughout the year. This is how the naughty list began. Krampus recorded the names of misbehaving children and punished them. Santa disapproved and took back the list, ending their partnership. Later, Krampus met the witch Rella, who shared his ideas. They initially thought their collaboration had ended but were surprised to find themselves working together again to kidnap Santa. Upon entering the location, Jack was warned not to act impulsively or touch anything, as the place was filled with things he could not comprehend. He tried to open a door but failed. Using the device in his hand, he amplified his strength, opened it with ease, and entered to exact revenge. Com faced strange petrified creatures at the entrance, while Jack used a real chicken with his toy to distract them successfully, allowing them to continue. Inside, Jack discovered a massive quantity of gold in a chest. A severe alarm sounded, and numerous monsters attacked because Jack had stolen a piece of the gold. They were moved like prisoners, and Callum became irritated with Jack because he had warned him not to touch anything. Jack explained that he hadn't known this would happen, and that he had many debts, which had prevented him from seeing his son. He had taken the piece to sell it and reduce his workload so he could spend some time with his son and be a good father. Callum, however, advised him to focus on his decisions, explaining that having his name on the naughty list was no accident. It was the consequence of his choices, and that he needed to improve himself for his son's sake. The guards took him to strange creatures, including one who loved games and playfulness and acted as their leader, the strongest among them. When the creature saw Callum, it was surprised because it recognized him as Santa's guardian. They seized the device from his hand and handed it to Krampus, who mocked it and tossed it aside. Someone tried to grab him, weakening Callum's immense strength. Callum then informed Krampus that Santa had been kidnapped by the witch Riella, who had been here. Krampus revealed that she had come for a specific gift, the glass crystal, to enact a harsh punishment on the naughty list, but he refused to join her because he enjoyed his life here. Callum wanted to move to rescue Santa, but Krampus refused and told Jack that only he could go, leaving Callum imprisoned. Jack proposed a game. If Callum defeated Krampus, they could leave. If he lost, he would remain trapped. Krampus agreed because he loved games and was confident in his superior strength. The game began. Callum gathered all his strength and struck with great force, but it had no effect. Krampus then unleashed a powerful blow on Callum, yet he resisted and stood up. Jack located Callum's device, retrieved it from the creature who had taken it without anyone noticing, and returned it to him. Callum's strength was restored, and he delivered a strike that sent Krampus flying. Callum used the chaos to enlarge some of the toys and defeat others, and they escaped swiftly. He thanked Jack for not abandoning him. They began planning how to locate the witch Riella, but Jack accidentally spoke her name, causing her to laugh and decide to punish him. She informed her followers that the crystal was ready for use. While Jack and Callum were en route to the North Pole, they came across a piano with a gift labeled for Jack. Upon opening it, they discovered the crystal. At that moment, Jack's son called, asking him not to send silly gifts, believing his father had sent them. Jack tried to warn him, but his son did not hear, and when he touched the crystal, its color changed, and he was pulled inside. Jack immediately followed, seeking to reach his son, instructing Callum to locate him. They found themselves both trapped within the crystal in the hands of the witch Riella, marking the success of her followers in creating the magical crystal to imprison all names on the naughty list. Many more were created to be ready for Christmas Day. Callum contacted Zoe to explain the situation, and they began piecing together clues to locate the witch. They discovered that the only place where such magic could be performed was the North Pole. They noticed that Jack's GPS device was receiving a signal from the North Pole's dome, raising suspicions about his team. Callum contacted his first assistant, responsible for Santa's food, and learned that his team had been replaced by shape-shifting minions of the witch. The team headed to the North Pole, following Jack's GPS tracker to find the witch. They discovered one of Callum's men there, but he had merely transformed in appearance, allowing them to infiltrate the location. Meanwhile, Jack spoke with his son, confessing that he had been a bad father and asking for another chance to be good. His son's love for him grew. The crystals shattered as Jack admitted his faults, and his name was removed from the naughty list. Everyone returned to their natural forms and embraced each other. Callum realized that the witch had gone to distribute the crystals herself. He was shocked because reindeer cannot fly without Santa, realizing she had taken him. He ran to catch up, discovering that his real team had been held captive since the North Pole attack. He and his team moved to stop the witch, who was aboard the vehicle with Santa. The battle began between the witch's team and Callum's, with Jack and Zoe joining the fight. The witch was extremely powerful, throwing them far away. Jack clung to the reindeer chains, detaching them from the vehicle, causing it to crash and halt, toppling the witch. Callum freed Santa from unconsciousness, while the witch appeared in her true colossal form and attacked again. Krampus, Santa's brother, helped them, fighting the witch despite his feelings for her. Callum tried to strike her without success, but Santa awoke and called his reindeer, who came and attacked the witch, causing the crystals to fall and capturing her within them. Santa thanked Callum and his brother. The team quickly prepared the remaining gifts, with only 5 minutes left until Christmas. Santa asked Jack and his son to accompany him, and they gladly agreed. He began delivering gifts at incredible speed, shrinking himself to reach every home, enlarging the small presents, and using tiny alien creatures to restore everything as it had been. Jack and his son were amazed by the spectacle. Santa, with his full team, delivered all gifts to children on time. The mission was a complete success, and every child rejoiced at their gifts. In the end, Callum informed Santa that he would continue working with him because he had understood the importance of their work. He looked at Jack interacting with his son and saw that he had indeed become the good father he promised to be. And thus, our story concludes. If you enjoyed the film, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you receive alerts for new movie releases.